Hey, my name's Justin. The purpose of this video is to just run through a couple of the key functionality and facilities within the software that helps for our jeweler businesses. So we'll get straight into it, and the first thing I want to show you is, I guess, the main screen, which is on screen now. So this is what we call the main screen or the main dashboard of the software. The purpose I'm showing you this is this can be customized depending on the terminal you're on within your business. So we've got jewelers that have their register PCs where they just want the staff, to be able to access the point of sale screen, the end of shift process, and a couple of other things. And then we've got jewelers that have specific workshops where they just want the staff in there to be able to access, the repairs module and manufactured goods. And then you've got your back office setup as well, or template, where you might do, your goods received, you might do your quoting and invoicing, Shopify integration, and a couple of other things as well. So you can customize that per terminal. And that customization does flow into the point of sale screen here as well. So if you click on the point of sale screen, you'll see that I've got what's called my hotkeys over on the right hand side. But if you were coming from a system that you might be used to those buttons along the bottom or the left hand side or along the top, we can certainly try and replicate that as best we can. Now these buttons can be linked to basically anything within the software. So whether it's a stock item, whether it's a department, whether it's a sub menu, or whether it's any functionality within the software as well. So we'll get straight into it, and if I click on watch here, as I said, you can go to sub menu. You can also have images assist you at the point of sale screen as well, as you can see here. So this has just got the one image associated with that product, but you can have multiple images, and I'll touch on the e-commerce integration down the track, but you can also, these images will flow across to your online store as well. So every time you update an image in here, it will straight away reflect those changes online. But I'm just going to click OK. The next thing here is serial number tracking. So you can track serial numbers all the way from arrival to obviously what customer purchased it at what time. Now you can assign serial numbers when you're arriving the stock, or you can simply add them in on the fly when you're selling that product as well. So providing the item is flagged to have serial number tracking, it'll prompt you with either this box to select a serial number, or it'll obviously ask you to add one in on the fly. I'm just going to go do not assign. You'll see here that there's a valuation certificate required. Now when you sell this particular product, you can automatically flag that. So if the item does require a valuation certificate, this box here will appear for you to put in all your details. Now you can customize what info was printed out on the valuation certificate to some degree. But I'll just close through that. And just on valuations, this is obviously when you're selling a product. We can obviously do off the street valuations as well, and that's through another facility within the software. Now when you finalize a sale, this is just previewing a receipt. Now this can be done on either thermal, A4 or A5. A couple of cool things about the receipt, I guess. You'll see when I sold this particular watch, you can pass on additional info. So if there's any warranty information you want to pass on, any product knowledge, any care instructions, whatever it might be, you can associate that info when you're selling specific product. Now this is obviously a printed version. We can obviously do soft copies of receipts either via text message or email to those customers as well. Just while we're at the point of sale screen as well, I'll bring up another item. We've got full lay-by management. So if I click on the lay-by button here, it'll ask me to select a customer. Now, based on what you've got set up in the back end to do with lay-bys, it will work off that criteria. So whether you require a deposit, now that deposit can either be a percentage of the sale or just a flat fee. And then you've got your durations here. So you've got 3 to pick from. So if the item was quite expensive and you want to give them a bit longer to pay that off, you can simply select the 12 weeks, and that changes the fully pay and pick up date, which will then print the schedule on their receipt as well. A couple of other bits of functionality to do with lay-bys, I guess, is you can partially collect. So if you had multiple things on the lay-by and the customer paid enough off to partially collect a couple of those items, the system will allow that. You can remove things off a lay-by, you can add things to it, you can cancel lay-bys. So it's got a full lay-by management facility within the software. Another thing is the duty or tax-free sales. So I'm just going to select a customer here. You'll see that you've got duty-free and tax-free. So with duty-free, you can obviously put in all the travel details and the system will spit out a declaration form based on the data that you've put in there. Tax-free sales will completely remove the tax from any sale that you need to do as well. But you've got those two different options there. Another one is the, I guess what we call manufactured goods. So I'm just going to go back to my home screen here. You'll see we've got manufactured goods. Now, this facility allows you to basically manufacture product from items that you've got in your stock file. So what I mean by that is I'm just going to go over to here. I've called it manufacturing item 1, but this item is made up of these 3 different components here. So when you sell that manufactured item, it will reduce the quantity of each individual component. And the beauty about this is there's a couple of smarts about it, but the main thing I wanted to show you was this little setting here. So this says auto recalculate when either the cost or sell price of any component changes. Now the reason why that's really handy is you'll see here that I've got a certain amount of gold in this particular piece. So with the price of gold, it'll obviously fluctuate pretty frequently. So rather than, if you've got say 10 or 20 manufactured items with gold in it, rather than going through individually and finding those manufactured items, basically as soon as you change the price of gold, it will adjust the retail price for all of those manufactured items. So just a really handy tool, I guess. And just while we're on the manufacturing side of things, we've got a workshop facility as well. So a lot of our jeweler customers will use this to do any, service or, service jobs or remakes or, polish and whatever it might be. So basically you can set up your jobs in the system. You can do before and after images, and that will print out job cards of what exactly was carried out on whatever job you did for that particular customer. If you want to see this facility in more detail, we've got a separate video, so feel free to reach out. We'd happily demonstrate it. While we're on this screen, the next thing is what we call events marketing. So we've got a heap of marketing tools within the software, marketing out based on products people have purchased, when their last purchase was, all of that sort of stuff. But events marketing is based on a couple of different things. So the first thing is recurring events. So that might be, anniversaries or birthdays or whatever it might be. So you can flag those certain identities and certain event against certain customers. And then when those events are coming up, so every month you might want to run this, it will work out whose anniversary or birthday is coming up, and we can send an email or SMS to that customer. As you can see here, it is customizable, the SMS and email that goes out. And while we send it out in batch, it'll be specific to that particular customer based on their identity name, so who the partner is or the birthday is, the store name that it's being sent from, and the customer name as well. So it's a really personalized message that the customer receives. The next thing I wanted to show you was, and I guess the point of difference, certainly what people coming from other systems are saying at the moment, and that's our AI tools. So I'm just going to bring up this particular pendant here again, and I'm just going to go to the stock screen, and this will flow into the e-commerce integration that our software offers as well. So you'll see here I've got, firstly, AI pricing. So if you're unsure of what to sell a product for, or you simply want to see what your competitors are selling for, in your geographic location. Obviously with being a jeweler, there's a lot of custom makes and custom pieces and whatnot, so it might not be as beneficial. But you can click on AI pricing here, and that will analyze the price for this particular item within your geographic location. So you've got a standard price here, a promo price, and what we call a premium price. So you can select any of those price points and obviously change the pricing accordingly. The next thing I want to show you was the AI web descriptions. So if I click in here and I'm sending this item across to my online store ready for sale, we can get AI to generate those web descriptions for us. So if I come in here, click generate AI, and within a couple of seconds, you'll see here that AI has written a bit of an extended description about that particular pendant. So if you're familiar with AI, you can change the prompts and add certain keywords for it to incorporate with. But the beauty about it is obviously you don't have the ability to have a salesperson online. So the more info and I guess, selling points you can have in the description of the product, the easier it is selling that product online. So once I go save and exit, I can click on save. I can come over here. It's got a web price here. Once this little tick box is ticked to say web store item, that info will flow across to my website. So with the website, we integrate with Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, and Magento, but that will send it across with descriptions, with a web price, with all your images, and with a web description as well. And it can send over a heap more info like variants and other things as well. Look, that's basically it. I'm just going to run through my list here. Obviously, the software offers a lot more, and if you wanted to see it further, either reach out to sales@towersystems.com.au or give us a call as well, and we'd be happy to organise a one-on-one demonstration. If you go to our pricing page online, we're all transparent with the pricing and what each package offers as well. So you'll see the conclusions on this page here. But as I said, if you want any further info, reach out to sales@towersystems.com.au and we'll happily assist. Thanks for watching.